Hello everyone, today we are reviewing the board game Fit to Print. Welcome to Fiddle, where we gather around the table, fiddle around the board games, and have fun. Fit to Print is a tile-laying game where we gather news articles, add it to your newspaper, and vying for the best newspaper in town. This game is designed by Peter McPherson, art by Ian O'Toole, and published by AEG and Flatout Games. Today,
Yes,
we are joined by our community members.
I'm Mark with a K.
My name is David.
I'm Dan.
Mark with a C.
Mark with a T.
Hello, Mark. Hello,
Or
Mark.
Martin.
3 M's.
3 M's, 2 D's. 3 1s, 2 D's.
And we're gonna be covering the artwork of the game, the overall theme and the gameplay, and we're gonna be talking about our experiences and finally our thoughts about the game.
Yeah.
But first, please like our video, subscribe to our channel, comment down below what you think about this game. So, what do you guys think about Fit to Print? Let's start with the artwork.
I don't know how to start, but I think I'm in love with the artwork. I'm personally, it's a personal bias because, it's very charming. It reminds you of those, storybooks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, storybooks you read as a kid. It's whimsical.
Nice word.
Yes, I have increased my vocabulary for this episode.
We have a new word.
The attention to details is very I don't know, I really like the attention to details, especially each papers has that, what do you call this, newspaper companies, it has different newspaper, if you notice those.
Different prints?
Different prints.
Different
No, the different
Company
Different
names?
company names.
Oh yeah. Publishing
newspaper publishers,
Yeah.
yeah. Has different name. I don't know, it just oozes theme, it oozes detail, and it draws you into the world.
Yeah, Ian
Breaking
O'Toole.
news, basically.
Yeah. Basically, Ian O'Toole has done it again. He has worked on other games, right? Most famous for his Lacerda games.
Yes.
For giving art to games of Mr. Lacerda. And yeah, I really appreciate the different creatures in this game and how unique their personalities are, especially when it comes to the reporter artworks. I like how they're showing several emotions, for instance, which is really fitting with being a journalist, right?
Yes.
Which is really fit to print.
Pero I would also agree with the different articles and ads and even the pictures. It is really interesting because it's through these things that we're able to really dive right into the world of Fit to Print, right?
Yeah.
So, the game really fits to the thing. That was
Fits
pushing it.
to print.
Again, the art is lovely, whimsical as per David. So it gives me the retro vibe of the newspaper that we have here. So as per for the picture itself, for the anthropomorphic animal that we see, it gives you those feeling as a kid that you want to read like the comics on the newspaper. If you're familiar with that, it gives me that I really own a printing press.
It gives off the feeling of owning up.
It also very fitting because we are as players we are journalists, right? Yeah. As journalists, we are trying to gather the best news and trying to make sure that our newspapers are very attractive to the audience, to the buyers, to the readers of the newspapers.
Yeah.
We're trying to make sure to balance out the bad news and good news.
Oh yeah, that is a gameplay element that's quite interesting,
Yeah.
right? And
Do you have
when it
anything to add for artwork, like you guys?
Oh yeah, for me, you already guys said it. I loved how the retro, the vintage feel of this, especially with the washed out paper that they did, and also the box cover is really nice. They made it more very
interesting, whimsical for the word of the day. So,
friendly
yeah.
for new players.
Yeah, and also I love the components that they have different sizes and the details to every this articles,
Newspapers,
newspapers, yeah. The news also the IDs, which looks really, yeah, it's really good. It's like it looks kind of real for this kind of theme. So yeah,
Yeah. Speaking of components, I like the tables. It's a nice
yeah,
touch.
Yeah, I think every table has different
different
Different cluttered desks.
cluttered desks, yeah.
details.
I
Yeah,
didn't notice
So-
that earlier.
I guess
The
that's
attention to
another
detail.
detail, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it really helps build the world of Fit to Print, right? And speaking of the news moods that you talked about a while ago, if you look into the different articles and components, different article headings would also align with the different moods, which I really like. Okay, and in terms of the different events that the news are talking about, if you look at each and every tile, it's quite different, right? And
Yes.
really
Yes.
interesting.
Well, like one of those cards I saw earlier is like it said in the headline, "Mouse sniffs out our cell." So
Sniffs
those
out.
those are just some of the articles that you can read from those types.
Really witty, right?
It says here crop failure.
Overall theme, we do like games with woodland creatures, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have played Roots a lot.
You recommend root?
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I always go home with a smile on my face.
And this game also digs into that theme of having woodland creatures or woodland creatures in the city this time, right?
Yes.
Not in forests, not in old kingdoms. And it really fits, right?
Yeah,
This really reminds...
The
Fit count. It really reminds
shines,
me...
basically. The team shines
Yeah.
throughout the whole experience.
Yeah, it reminds me of that movie Zootopia.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Try
Yeah.
everything.
How about you guys?
Well, are we talking about mechanics of the game?
The
The
theme.
Yeah.
Well, I actually disagree with him.
For me, like what I said earlier, like it shines throughout the experience because you become an editor, scrambling to fill your front
Oh,
page
that's true.
with hot
That's true.
stories, juggling headlines, different photos, and advertisements or ads. Each tile also depicts adorable animals, animal happenings basically. Each has different artworks, like you said earlier. It's making light of the stressful deadline of a newspaper agency.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because the gameplay really mixes well with the theme. Because when we talk about the gameplay later on, you could really feel that feeling of a journalist being put under pressure, right?
Yes. And while not everyone relates to newspapers,
Uh-huh.
like the core theme of juggling priorities and creating a cohesive story
Yeah,
resonates broadly.
Yeah.
that's
For the
true.
whole-
Yeah, that's correct.
Basically, Fit to Print gives you a snapshot of what a publisher do.
Yeah.
From day to day.
Yeah, that's true.
Being a journalist.
So let's talk about overall gameplay. Okay, this game is a real-time kind of game. So you're doing things simultaneously. You don't really wait for other people's turns. And there really is this time pressure going on, right?
Yes.
I'm quite sure that you guys have felt it as you were playing.
A lot of times.
And we're actually playing with a 2-minute timer.
Oh yeah, there was a time that we were playing with 2 minutes,
Yes.
Even
which made the game really
really
hard
had
for
to-
us.
Yeah,
Really,
more
really.
pressure.
I mean, the game is really simple, but adding that real-time elements adds the complexity.
So just like what Dan said a while ago, you're supposed to put articles on your newspaper with ads and pictures to create this cohesive article, this story, which gives you, of course, the most spicy story in town, right? Or the highest points, basically. And I really like the time element that's put into it, where there are certain phases. The first phase being the reporting phase. And then, of course, there is the layout phase where you get to put your articles in your newspaper. And then, of course, someone shouts sprint and everybody gets pressured because of it.
Because the deadline is coming.
Yeah. So I really like that element. It keeps my heart pumping.
I think they're trying to also emulate like what real newspaper do. Like,
Yeah,
if this
that's true.
newspaper tries to print, we have this news. So of course you don't want to be late because
Yeah.
late newspaper
Yeah.
is as well.
I mean, you have to print every day, like for
Every day,
newspaper,
yes.
yes. You have to be really fast.
Yeah, for me, I think they really captured the essence of how this working on in the newspaper with news, journalism, all that essence of that, the pressure, all of those. I think they've took it and made it to in this game is really genius.
All right. And I really like how you have to balance the moods in the different articles that you place, because it gives us the opportunity to be an unbiased reporter. But but there are opportunities to have more bad stories than good ones, although you will get a penalty for it, right?
Just to give off more information, so there are different articles. Each article has good news and sad news. So that's what Mark basically said.
So
Balance it out,
what you're trying to aim is to have a balance of those bad news and
good news.
Yes.
We also want to make sure that our newspaper will earn money.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
need to put ads in our newspaper so that our newspaper will still run.
You can, you have an option not to put ads, but again, you're a dying newspaper company.
So yes,
In this game, if you have the least number of ads at the end of the game, you do not win. You are out of the game.
basically
You're
get
eliminated.
eliminated.
Yeah. Because your company didn't earn much money.
Right now,
but that's just a but that's just one game mode. Like there, like you can, like if it's too, like if you don't want to add the elimination, you can just like add the mode where if you have the least ads, you get negative points basically. Yeah,
Variants.
there's a variant.
I see.
So just for short, if you don't have, if you're not enough coming in to your newspaper business, you're not fit to be a journalist.
Another thing to add. Okay, you go first, yeah.
And aside from the normal modes where you get time pressured and time limited, there's actually a slow mode and a puzzle mode,
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
which we haven't tried yet,
If
but
you just want a cozy game.
Yeah. I'd be happy to try that someday.
We would also want to make sure that our newspaper will have pictures so that it will not just be dry. All of this will not just be text. Yeah. So we'll earn more points if you have more pictures in your newspaper.
Yeah, I also want to add the this part here where is which makes the game very challenging for me personally. Is the part where the Friday has the
Least
least
number-
space.
yeah,
least
least space, and then Saturday it
Sunday we have the most.
more it adds more space. It's kind of challenging for me, which is kind of fun because you don't want the game to be like boring. So yeah, for me it's kind of it adds the game more fun.
Yeah.
This game is a puzzle.
I actually love to add to that. So I also love that mechanic of the game where as you progress, you need to
Put more.
put more. You have to be smart on where to put these articles, these photos, and these ads. Because as the game progresses, it requires more tile as you go.
Yeah.
To add to that as well, the game plays in 3 rounds. It's represented by days. There's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and like they said, each area gets broader. Like Friday over here, it's just there's a limit of tiles that you can place. It gets broader, it gets bigger as each round progresses.
And then,
So, how about things that you didn't like about the gameplay? Are there things that you feel might have been improved?
Wow.
wow.
I think I have one. It's a tile here. What do you call this one?
The centerpiece.
The centerpiece. Yeah, the part. There's a ability there where you cannot take out unopened. You cannot take out
that one.
open articles, which is kind of hard to
The track.
track. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a centerpiece that will lets you what's that?
Doesn't let you take
Yeah,
face-up
Actually,
tiles.
speaking of that, some player ability actually has less
Benefit.
Less
less
impact?
benefit or less powerful
Uh-huh.
than other cards. So maybe that's just me. That's
Sometimes it is imbalance because
Oh.
others have more potential to have more points.
I would agree with that. Last game we played, I was playing the owl,
Mm.
which allowed me to take an extra tile, which I think is a more powerful ability as you compare to the other player abilities. Yeah, that's true. So there can be quite an imbalance with regards to that, right?
Sometimes the other powers doesn't really matter if you don't potentially get it.
True.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Do you guys see something
What we
else?
don't like about the game?
Not
That's
so
hard,
much.
that's hard.
actually. Yeah, that's really hard.
it made us
It's a good
think.
game.
I
It's a good
mean,
game.
Usually,
That's the first.
like what do you guys think about real time mechanics? Like,
Okay.
Actually, it's okay because it accumulates the deadlines of having running a newspaper. I think it's good.
Real time depends on the player. So
Okay.
if we have players that are slow to catch up on, so they might be having a hard time.
They might not enjoy it.
Yeah.
I see.
But this player group loves real time, so this is
We enjoy
it was easier for
Yeah,
us.
So,
we do
to
enjoy
answer
it.
that question, real time depends on the group.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
But
Some-
for you personally,
It's okay. I like real time games.
Yeah. I guess for me, like, there are real time games that I don't like.
So,
But this one, because of the theme, I like it. Like,
Yeah, it's the same for me. At first, I was quite apprehensive with the real time, but I really got to appreciate it, especially when you combine it with the theme. Another game that reminds me of that is something like Kitchen Rush, for example, where it really emulates, the rush of being in the kitchen, of getting the orders out. This is kind of similar because it is a profession that also needs time pressure, right? So yeah, although there is some apprehension there, but overall, I did like that real time element.
for me as well, I like. I haven't played a lot of real time games, but this one is a really good one. Yeah, for me, not just for the real time gameplay, but also like the overall theme, the mechanics, and yeah, I think it's nice, especially like what you said, if you have the right game group. But it's also a good game to introduce new players.
New players,
So
yeah.
especially those that doesn't know new modern board games.
Yes.
So this is a really
Very
nice game to introduce it to them since
Yeah,
it's easy mechanics.
and
Yeah.
also
easy to get into.
real time games, or this game in particular, like it makes the game moves forward faster,
Faster,
quicker,
yeah.
quicker. So if you need like a quick game for that night, this can be that game.
yeah. For players who do not want to play long
Oh,
games.
yes.
Or
Yeah.
who doesn't want
This is for you.
analysis paralysis.
But still have enough time to think what you want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
We played this with 2 minutes, and the hardest game that was said in the game was 3
Recommended
minutes.
game.
Recommended was 3
3
minutes. That's the hardest. And we played 2 minutes which we didn't know that the hardest will be 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yeah, there are 3 modes where every time you lay out, every time a person's finished layouting, like a timer starts, right? So that it ends faster. I think the hardest one was 3 minutes, frantic, right?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
standard was 4 minutes, then the chill mode was 5 minutes. So frantic mode was 3 minutes.
But
We
we
didn't review the rules, so we played under 2 minutes. It's really,
Fast.
really fast and pressuring.
Our bosses are very
We're frantic.
that's true.
are mad.
So overall experience.
Yeah.
I think that this game overall is a treat, especially for non-gamers. You can really draw non-gamers into the game. Although there are some caveats, like there are some tiles which again might be more powerful, the centerpieces, than others, or there are player powers which are better than others. But overall, I really like this game.
I would also not recommend this to the people who doesn't like pressure in playing games because the mechanic of the game where there's a time it's a prone to AP for people who doesn't really like pressure games. Right? So,
I also love this game. So this game is, if you want a quick and whimsical game for game for your game night, this game is for you. So with a short time to choose what game do you want to play, I can quickly recommend this game.
Yeah.
it is very fitting for family games.
Yes.
Game night.
Yeah, I totally agree. Overall experience, this game is a really good game. I love it, especially for a huge group of players. So it's good up to six players.
players,
Yeah,
yes.
and it's not really that long game. It's a kind of a short to mid, something kind of like that. So it has that really. You can still have fun and have another round of this game if you want to take back or take revenge or so yeah, overall it's a really good game, and it has that is it still considered tabletop with
This is
that-
tabletop game.
yeah. It has that element which I like.
Okay. So ratings.
Thoughts, yeah.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so final thoughts. Overall, Fit to Print is a very delightful combination of strategic puzzle and real-time pressure, right?
Uh-huh.
It's the theme is very charming. It has beautiful artwork. There are varied gameplay modes that make it very versatile for any game collection. While the real-time element might not suit everyone, it kind of adds a thrilling layer for players who really likes chaos. You know? So whether you're a puzzle enthusiast, a fan of quirky themes, or simply looking for a fast-paced and engaging game, Fit to Print delivers a captivating experience.
All right.
Nice.
Rating.
I'll give this game a 4.5 out of 5. I love this game. I think I'll enjoy this game with my wife or other friends. And of course, I love this game. I will play, or if this game is on the table, is laid out on the table on a game night, I'll quickly play this game. Newspaper might be a dying industry, but this game will give life to your game night.
That's really good.
For me, I'm giving it a 5 actually.
Wow.
I mean, just because the replayability is really high thanks to the variety of character abilities, scoring objectives, and tile setups. Also, the components are top notch, which
Yeah.
are with sturdy tiles and also
Yeah,
clear rule explanations. So yeah, overall, Fit to Print is challenging, charming game that really deserves a spot on your shelf.
I will give it a 4. Hear me out. Because this is bias
It's okay.
review because I
It's okay.
enjoy heavy games more.
I think it's
than
because
this.
he get kicked out because of lacking of ads.
That's not his criteria.
It's okay.
But
It's
it's
okay.
high for
The lack of ads.
It is very good. The game is very good enough for me that I really enjoyed it, even though I'm biased.
All right. That's
Yeah,
it.
4.0.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay, we have different tastes.
I think Mark has a low.
It's okay
Just
because
don't play with us next time.
He has much low.
I have a lower rating.
Is that so? That's why it's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No. Don't get me wrong. I like the game. I just don't see playing it up to
Oh.
10, 15 times.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. If I were to rate
Fair.
it according to that, I would rate it like a 3 out of 5.
I see.
Real-time games. Real-time games aren't really my thing as well. Similar with Dan, I do like mid to heavier games. But I do enjoy my time with Fit to Print. I just don't see it
yourself.
for the long term.
Yeah. Fair.
Fair.
Not whimsical enough.
Whimsical enough.
Not whimsical enough. Root will always be number 1 in my heart when it comes to this theme.
Yeah.
So for me, I will rate it 4.9. So
Wow.
yeah, because I can see
Just give it a
this.
5.
What's the point?
I think maybe
Make it fit.
Make the one fit.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a 5 because I can see this. For me, personally, because I don't have this game yet, but I can see myself buying this game. It's a really nice game, especially that I can bring this, not play it, but I know that it's a game that I can bring whenever there's a family gathering or gathering with friends. And then the overall theme, the prints, the components are good. So yeah, it's easy to teach, and yeah, that's why I'll rate it a 5.
All right, so if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. We hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment them below, and we'll do our best to get back to you as fast as we can. And lastly, if you wish to see more videos like this or from us in the future, hit that follow button.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to Fiddl, no? Last dyan.
Ginawa na.
Balik daw.
Balik daw, sagod.
Balik. Art by Ian O'Toole.
Ian O'Toole.
Fiddle around the board games. Mahala dito.
What do you call this? Sorry, nawa ko.
Balik.
Balik lang.
Sige. It has a... Wala yun.